YouTube, what is the deal, man? You know what it is, the truth you dig. And today, we have a special gameplay. Did not plan this gameplay, but it was from the Twitch stream on the weekend. I was on my Broncos Steam Team account, hopping to the head-to-head streets, and this was the result. It was an excellent game, so I thought I would bring it to the YouTube to show you guys. So hopefully you guys enjoy. All right, so we start off with the ball here. Javonte Williams, the new headliner. That's who we're going to feed. That is our offense completely. So you're going to see a lot of him in this video. We get into a 3rd and 10. I hit a quick seam route to Jerry Jeudy here. I noticed he was in DB fire cover 2. So I hurried it up and was like, okay, I'm going to make a decision. If he decides to stay in that, I'm going to hit Jeudy again, or I'm going to hit Tim Patrick. He decides to stay in that. We hit Jeudy again, aggressive catch it, go up and get it. Now, I told you guys he was in DB fire, and this is what you got to do when you're reading a play pre-snap. Pre-snap, I seen he was in DB fire. I see I was on the short side of the field, so what do? I flip to the wide side of the field, and basically Tim Patrick on that streak, as soon as he got over that cloud flat on the outside, I was going to hit it. As you can see, he gets over the cloud flat. Russ delivers a dot. Get well soon, Tim Patrick. Touchdown, we're up 7-0. So we go on defense here now. On defense, I was getting cooked. I'm completely honest. On my Broncos team, I mainly play a lot of man-to-man because I have 2 corners with 90 overall man. Bryce Callahan and Patrick Surtain. Right there, Bryce Callahan absolutely gets cooked on the corner route. We try to stick in man, and what you'll see throughout the game, but obviously we're just making an adjustment there. That was a bad user on my part. He tried to run verticals and hit the running back, which he did, but I think I should have picked that off. So we get into 2nd and 10 on the same drive. We switch into a cover 2 or cover 3, excuse me. He hits that little baby, I guess, curl route that stops. So that gets him 3rd and 4. We both did a lot of hurrying up in this game. And I adjusted well into the second half, which you will see. So he goes back to it. Again, a corner route. I don't understand how my 90-man coverage is getting cooked by Cooper Kupp with no freaking abilities or no route running thresholds, but we were good and getting cooked. He gets down to the goal line, runs a quarterback sneak, 7-7. He ties it up here. So we get back on offense. He's staying in this. So, if he's staying in this, we're going to feed Javonte. I told you guys, this is our best player, so he's going to get the rock. He's absolutely going to get the rock. You see 3 carries for 29 yards. Absolutely going to feed him. He's still staying in this defense. We still give it to 33. 33 absolutely carried us. We get one Jurtle there, try to get to the Baja, but it doesn't happen. Now here, I see he's in a man-to-man coverage. So what my job was to hit Javonte Williams quick out of the backfield, because out of that 3-3 loop blitz, the middle linebacker, they usually try to take away the running back. Wasn't able to take him. Here, we do the same thing. Javonte Williams is our bread and butter, and he says, "Get off me, little boy." The most Javonte Williams run that you will ever see in Madden 23. Trust. So we get back on defense here. Like I said, I'm scrambling. I'm trying to find different ways and different things to, lock up. He throws that route. Now, be mindful of that route, right? Be mindful of that route as we go out through the game. He goes back into verticals. Again, that same route, except it was to the bunch side, not the non-bunch side. Be mindful of that route. We get into 2nd and 2 here. In 2nd and 2, we try to go back to man-to-man, and he absolutely cooks us on this corner route. I thought Justin Simmons can get over there to make a play, but apparently not. He gets eventually down there, and you know what they do down here, quarterback sneak. I found some quarterback sneak defense after this, but not before this. So we try to run a wham here, and Javonte Williams, I think this was a bad run stick by me. I think we could have had a lot more yards, but as you can see, 7 rushes for 70 yards. We're cooking. For the Broncos team, that's what we have to do. We have to feed Javonte. We go back to it again. Now, we trip over something. Not entirely sure what we trip over, but we trip over something. We got to get a timeout. So he goes into the defense, the 3-3, nickel blitz defense. And I know for a fact I can cook it, right? It's just a matter that if my receivers can get separation. Cortland Sutton does get separation, and we get down to the 37-yard line. We got one more play. I got to try to get in field goal range, because that would be huge right before halftime to get into field goal range here. So we go into the next play. We go into the exact same thing, I believe, because this is what I run when people run this. Instead of blitzing, he drops the guys out. So you know what I do? I take off with Russ. Get about 8 or 9 yards, call a timeout, and boom, set up the field goal. So we go into half 17-14. Start of the second half, here he's going back to verticals. You see, he tries to throw that route, but it's clamped. It's absolutely clamped. So he was trying to do some Madden 22 stuff with verticals. Now we try to go back to man again, and you know what happens. You see I don't know why short and elite outs it lights up light route technician, but it does. A 90-man coverage corner should be able to bag an 85 route running receiver, but it is what it is. We were trying to make adjustments, trying to get a little bit adjusted. He goes right back to it. I run to the corner because I know he was throwing to it, and he throws to the angle route, and Parham gets out, but we make a tackle before he gets into the end zone there. He hurries it up. Obviously, look, he's like I said, he's been cooking me. You guys seen it. He's been cooking me. I needed to make one stop, and I haven't not made one yet. Now this play, if I remember correctly, he throws that. Now, not entirely sure why. That's a cover 3 corner shaded outside. He lets him get across his face and gets outside, but it's Madden, so I guess, so you got to play through it. You got to fight through it. He's go back to his coveted 3-3, loop blitz. We decided to run the ball with Javonte, and like I told you, 33 was our offense. He was absolutely cooking with fish grease, and he was going crazy. And we get down there, and that pushes him over 100, 120 yards. Y'all see what we were doing with 33. This is how we're going to have to play with our Broncos theme team until we get receivers. Now, I thought about changing out Sam Adams and getting Keyshawn Johnson. Here we hit a little baby in route to Noah Fett. I hadn't been running that all game, so we tried to give him one. He had been running with that crosser, as you can see. We go back to it here. We try to hit him with the same thing, but we go with Javonte out of the backfield this time. And again, passing the ball, running the ball. And I think he had a total of 180 yards total. That's what we want to do here. I throw an absolute Stevie. He's all over it. I should have taken the sack. It happens. Absolutely happens. So we basically throw the game away at this point in time. He's up 4, 3:22 left. So he goes to his patented corner out, but Von Miller in my pass rush finally makes a play. Von Miller and Shaq Barrett meets at the quarterback. You see he has a little smoke screen, and would you know, bow! Von Miller comes up. I don't like that 40 on him. I wish I could change to 58 and have him and Shaq Barrett both wearing 58. So this next time, we weren't passing the ball. We were not going to, pass the ball. We were going back to the guy who made us, Javonte Williams, to make plays. You see he got activated, and when he get activated, he turns into a monster. For some reason, this guy kept over pursuing the stretch. I was doing a great job of cutting it back when I needed to cut back or bounce it to the outside when I needed to bounce to the outside. Again, we made him switch his defense. You see he got into a defense he wasn't really comfortable in, and you know what we're doing. We're feeding 33, and he's knocking Randy Moss off of him. So when you get someone out of their defense, that's when you know you're getting home to them. Now, here, we get to the outside. We score. We left a little bit too much time, in my opinion, but when the touchdown's there, the touchdown's there. Especially in Madden 23, you got to take it. So we switched to a cover 3 from a man-to-man coverage. Now, as you can see, I thought I could bait him with that. That is the 85 overall Steve Atwater, not the full legend. Steve Atwater was not paying $800K for him. We thought we could bait him there, but obviously we could not. I tried to drop that guy into a soft squat out there, but I forgot to man up Tevin Coleman. I thought I did, but obviously I did not because he got wide open. We go back into a cover 3 here. He throws this little out route or a little check down flat route to Donald Parham, gets down. 1st and 10 here. We get pass rush from 40 Von Miller. Finally, he had a great game. 1 sack, 2 tackles, forced fumble, and a fumble recovery. We get him to 3rd and 12 here. He takes his little check down to Donald Parham. Not worried about that. Call a timeout. He kicks his field goal. So we get onto our side of the field. You know where we're going to. Javonte Williams. I think we could have got loose here, but obviously we did not. 19 seconds left. I try to get a little Aggie with my tight end, but my tight end is not Donald Parham. It's Albert O. So we throw a pick. Basically throw the game away. But, as they say, big-time players make big plays. Let's go! Patrick Surtain! Patrick Surtain! Make plays! Patrick Surtain! Patrick Surtain! So as you can see, Patrick Surtain made a big play to get us the W. Hopefully you guys did enjoy. I'll see you guys soon. Deuces.